December 26, 1973, in 24 selected engagements in the United States, William Peter Blatty's The Exorcist, directed by William Friedkin, opened. From the novel that had long been on the bestseller lists and directed by the man who had brought the French Connection to the screen, The Exorcist had long been awaited, widely speculated upon, and anxiously anticipated. But no one, no matter how close or deeply involved in the film, could possibly have anticipated what was to happen at every theater where this film played. The Exorcist scored the biggest opening day gross for a single theater in the history of Los Angeles motion picture houses and broke established records in every other theater where it opened across the country. Soon, we expect the rest of the world will join them.
Star Wars often gets credit for introducing the concept of the blockbuster to American cinema. But 3.5 years before, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, the story of a single mother in Washington, D.C. fighting to save her little girl from the devil created its own cultural phenomenon. The Exorcist has both a psychological and religious impact, as well as an eerie sense of documenting reality. The subject matter has the unique potential to disturb and unsettle the viewer, provoking our innate and entrenched fear of evil. The Exorcist exposed people around the world to the question of evil in a new and terrifying way. It also laid the groundwork for a different kind of horror story, one based on a vision of Christianity as something sinister and perilous. Although The Exorcist does not ring relevant into contemporary minds, its significance to popular culture is not only admissible, it set the standard for horror films then and has inspired many until now. When we think of horror films, whether we have seen the original The Exorcist or not, we always imagine the fear instilled by the demon who possessed a little girl in the film. Famous heavy metal music bands Led Zeppelin, Black Sabbath and Deep Purple all share a long-standing love affair with the horror films. Ozzy Osbourne is no stranger to the darker side of life. Constantly surrounded with dark gothic imagery that was heavily influenced by horror, Ozzy is opening up about how the film The Exorcist influenced Black Sabbath in their early days.
The Exorcist is the one movie that's had the biggest influence on me. I was in Black Sabbath at the time and you could definitely say that our music was dark and scary. People probably forget what an impact The Exorcist had when it was released in 1973. You'd hear about people passing out at screenings. I remember going to see it with the other guys in Sabbath when it came out and we were all shitting ourselves afterwards. I would say The Exorcist pushed us to write even scarier music.
My experience with this movie has been incredible, especially with people fainting. Halfway through the movie, the movie starts getting quite violent and people get quite unusual reactions, and we have a lot of people throwing up and a lot of people shuddering. But the thing that really surprises me is people faint. I mean, I've never in my life known a movie where people would faint. I mean, it's hard to make people faint.
The Exorcist influenced the horror genre more than any other film. Prior to the release of The Exorcist, no film had explored demonic possession with such gritty and terrifying realism, announcing itself as the gold standard of the supernatural horror subgenre. The Exorcist is not a contemporary film, yet it remains completely relevant to popular culture today. The Exorcist became the first horror film to be nominated for an Academy Award for Best Picture. The film won the Oscar for Best Sound and Best Adapted Screenplay at the 46 Academy Awards in 1974. The power of The Exorcist still compels us, and it surely will for many years to come.